Well, welcome to episode number 2, and hopefully this time my microphone's not clipping so much. And if you're watching this visually, you may know that I've now recorded it in landscape, not portrait.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking right now. You're like, wow, that's in horizontal instead of vertical. Not, wow, Tim looks like Kate.
I did forget that. You're meant to be wearing a big fun jacket that you just got. That is too tight and has to be returned. Long story. But we were both meant to be a little bit more flamboyant. But alas, just I.
So sorry, Tim's not flamboyant enough.
No, but this is the little...
I thought that we were going to sit down, like, have a proper chat like last time.
Yes.
And you...
Did I come out like
then
this?
Then you're coming out looking like me. And I don't think evolution has, like, prepared me for this.
Has evolution prepared you for this? We want to know.
Just how, I don't know, maybe humans aren't meant to look in mirrors enough, and maybe I'm not supposed to look at my husband and see
Is it the fact
myself.
Is it the fact that you see yourself, or is it the fact that it's your husband in a dress?
It's the fact that that's my dress, and I do a double take because it's such a familiar, iconic dress to me.
And the hair.
And I look at you and you have that hair, and like, it is not attractive.
Is that an insult? That feels like an insult.
Just like the beard and the hair.
Look, I'm just test running this because you're on maternity leave and I'm stepping into Ethically Kate. I'm kind of the managing director of Ethically Kate, the business right now. And there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of boots, big boots to fill.
So at least you got the hair for it.
So now I've got the hair for it. And if I'm going to have to talk about ethical things on the channel,
you're going to have to look like Kate.
You know, the audience is already startled enough. Where's Kate? So now I'm looking like Kate.
What helps me though is there's a little tag here that you haven't taken off. Then I know that I'm not in some like alternate weird reality.
Yes.
It helps. It helps. Anyway.
Well, shall we start? Shall we go over the ground rules of what we're going to do? We're going to have a chat, again, unscripted. This time potentially less emotionally significant, though we never know where we're going to end up.
But start a chat, you never know where it's going to go.
We want to prioritise getting to the questions from the viewership. You guys have submitted some great questions.
Let's just start right there in the pot.
Okay, we'll dig in. And then we'll have a bit of a chat because we've got some updates we want to let you guys know about. Some brainstorms that I've been having. Ethically Kate info.
You'll never believe this.
Is it the AI one?
This isn't going to be an emotional chat.
Oh, gosh.
What has been the most emotionally intense moment since becoming parents? You know what?
Should we park that one?
I'm really just going to park that one.
It's been a lot recently, and it's been emotionally intense.
Yeah.
And
do we park it or do we talk about it? Last night, we were talking about this moment.
For the first time.
Because this is more than just, oh, yeah, it's emotional becoming parents. Something big happened.
Yep.
And Tim and I were talking about how talking about it, like chases away those...
The demons
the
in the dark.
fears of it happening again. Yeah. Talking about it depowerizes it.
Yes. Yep.
And I even just talking about it with you last night, you were correct.
Do you feel 5% improved?
I feel like 15% improved today.
Yeah.
He promised I'd feel 5% improved from just talking about it. But, okay, as an influencer.
No, I'm currently the influencer, Kate.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. But me as a past, on pause influencer.
Yeah, you're on pause.
I have to wait, I just realized you've been looking at the camera and I haven't. Should I look at the camera a bit?
I think you should look at the camera a little bit.
When I have big things happen to me, I don't want in my mind to be like, oh wow, this is a good story to share online. Like, now I can relate. Like, I had a miscarriage. Now I can relate to everyone who had miscarriages and become like the spokesperson.
The ambassador of miscarriages, like, which we were happy to actually be.
Yeah, totally. But it's I don't know if it's time yet to talk about this particular most emotionally intense moment.
Well, we're also not fully out of the woods.
Because I don't want to jump into it too soon and be like, I'm now talking about it as like the person, because but then also maybe I just talk about it like we have talked about other things. And
Well, what would you want to say about it now? And then I'll just edit it out if you don't want to say it later.
yeah, it's hard to talk about it because not many people know about it. If we don't talk about it, the suspense is probably quite rude to the.
But people
the
also have
listeners.
imaginations, and people know that you disappeared for a little while off the internet.
Yeah.
And some people,
Yeah.
this is majoritively the
Okay.
Patreon community. They already know
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. I know what we will do. To answer this question, short for now.
Yep.
There was a moment. It was emotionally intense.
Mm-hmm.
It was to do with my mental health, and it was of the like most severe type. And one day we'll talk about it. Okay, next.
Okay, next. Throw it on the floor, Kate.
Oh, it seems.
I wanted it to be dramatic.
Okay. I have a breastfeeding baby. I can't put things on the floor. Like in general.
Yeah.
Like usually I just put my towel down, but I can't. Like I always put things on surfaces now because I'm often holding the baby and it like.
I wanted a
squats
dramatic.
and stuff.
I'm done with that now. Throw on the floor.
I can't do
Maybe
it.
you can do it with this one.
Ooh, what's elimination communication and
Ooh.
why are you doing it?
What is elimination communication, and why are we doing it?
Elimination communication is responding to your baby's needs and cues around going to the toilet by offering them a vessel to go in rather than letting them sit in cloth.
A stinky, wet, pooey diaper
Yeah.
that's strapped to their bodies.
Yeah. I don't want to like frame it like that, super negative around. Like it's hard to talk about elimination communication without feeling like you're pointing fingers at people who use nappies. Do you know what I mean? When you talk
Totally.
like about the stinky pooey, because she still wears a nappy, she still sits in wee and poo sometimes.
And I
But-
said that comment because I know she still does.
Yeah.
And I guess we're trying to
I guess I
eliminate
wanna-
that.
I want to preface this of like people's reaction to their responsibility, but basically a baby has cues around I want food, I need to sleep. You know, from Orchard from day one we could kind of pretty much tell what she wanted, because a normal human when they want to sleep their eyes look a bit red, they might be yawning, rubbing their eyes.
She makes a particular noise when she gets bored in one spot too long. Like there's cues.
Yeah.
She's trying to communicate.
And those cues intensify when she's playing, the closer to like nap time. And she also makes cues around when she needs to go wheeze and poo.
Yeah.
And it's just looking at those cues, it's much harder. Because like the midwives and hospital staff aren't gonna like try to tell you about those cues. They'll talk forever about the sleep and the food. But I've literally had to tell some of the people who've cared for me what elimination communication is.
Yep.
Like
It's definitely not mainstream, even
No.
though it's probably one of the most common toileting
Yep.
methods on the planet. Because if you think of the large population bases around the world right now that don't have access or culturally aren't so single-use nappy available, they've probably had hundreds or thousands of years of using a similar technique to this. So I quite like the fact that Kate and I are intentionally trying to revive
yeah.
what's potentially not a forgotten, but maybe a cultural non-norm.
Well, I mean, nappy companies, this isn't even conspiracy theory, they have dominated the baby toileting space so they can profit from it.
But they're also providing convenience.
Yeah, convenience for a longer time. Like when you use elimination communication, usually a baby can be toilet trained by like 1. And
Yeah.
so lots of people say, "Oh, I'd love to do that, but I just, I'm too lazy." It's like, well, this
Or I don't have time.
Yeah, or I don't have time. And I totally understand that in many aspects. Like if you need to take your child to daycare at 3 months and like there's no staff member who's able to hold your 3-month-old over the potty.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have other children and you are new to elimination communication and you just need to if you're a single parent, like all that type of thing. However, I know people who are single parents who do go to daycare with their child who has done EC, and it's possible. Everyone is different though in their mindset and their situation, and I think we're the lazy ones who are doing this thing, not just watching her go in her nappy, but actually reading the cues, offering, because I don't want to change nappies for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with shit, and I deal with less shit.
Yeah, and I wouldn't frame that as us being lazy. I would frame that as us doing intentional work now to reduce work in the future. Yeah. So it's actually more strategic than lazy.
And it's a strategic time because with a newborn, you're like holding them a lot and you're with them a lot. And as they get older, it's much harder. And, you know, even a 3-year-old, if you're trying to like put them on the potty or teach them not to go, they can talk to you and they can be manipulative and they can be stubborn.
They can withhold.
So if I'm offering this to her now, let's go back to what it is.
Yeah.
So,
and then we'll move off it because this is only just a what is it. We can do a whole podcast on the nuances of it another time.
So, what is
Let us know if that's what you want.
Yeah, we
from
did
us.
actually go off on a tangent.
But this is a conversation, so tangents happen.
Okay, so back to the question: what is blah 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 blah? Mm-hmm. What is elimination communication? It's a 2-way street. So when she, from the get-go, every time we changed her nappy, before putting a new nappy on, we would hold her over a sink or a toilet or a vessel, a potty.
Bathroom sink.
Breastfed poos are water soluble, so they're basically just runny
and like virtually entirely non-stinky.
Yeah. Anyway, so we offer the potty and we make the sounds
and
for pee.
For poo.
People always ask, and I'm not prepared to like do that on the internet just yet.
I'll do that dressed as you on the internet.
I mean,
as Kate, I'll make the noise. Why is that? Or do you want me to say why that noise?
Do you know why?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. It's because that's the noise you make when you go poo, like that, and because the baby is back against you and their bum is kind of hanging off you there, you're holding them like this, knees up. When you go, you're tensing your core to make that sound, and hopefully she'll be able to, or your baby will be able to associate that. They do the same core engagement, and don't think your baby's not smart. Your baby's smarter than you think. So we're giving the cues, once we've read their cues, to go poos. That was a good rhyme.
Speaking of.
Hey, the butter chickens are woken.
Okay.
Say hello to Orchard, everybody.
How do I do this? Okay. So that's what it is. And over time, you just continue. We decided to just offer at a certain time. So when normal humans need to go, when they first wake up, just before when we were setting this up, she woke up and I took her from you because I said she'll need to go wee. Her nappy was dry. Mm-hmm. She had a little bit of like a tiny bit of a shart.
Yep.
But it was...
Even adults know what a little tiny little shart is.
I could just wipe it off, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was dry. And so she did a big wee. She just had a 2-hour nap.
Yep.
Just did a big wee because humans don't like to soil themselves when they sleep. And saying that, obviously, like this morning I changed her nappy and obviously she had been... She's going back to sleep again. She had been asleep and overnight, and I had to like put my dressing gown on, get to her, and so she had done a big poo and wee in her.
And I did not change her at 4:30 when she woke up.
No,
for
so
feeding.
she had worn her big reusable night nappy for a long time. So again, she soils herself. But why are we doing it? That's the second part of the question. There's so much to talk about.
So much to talk about. Maybe we should do a dedicated podcast coming your way.
Definitely multiple. We could have a whole podcast on
a series.
Why do we do it? We do it so that our daughter's needs are fully met.
Yep.
Because we like to look after you well, and it's really cool to communicate with her even before she can talk.
Yep.
And because it's that 2-way street thing, I don't have to wipe poo. Like even with the poo this morning, I'm not used to poos and nappies. And it goes in all the crevices
and up their back,
and you're
stuff.
like having to get lots of wipes, which we just again use reusable wipes made from old towels and sheets. and it's just more messy and yuck.
Because it kind of comes out when you're holding her knees up like this, and when she
Like
poos, it comes out like a shotgun, like that.
Which is easier for her to get it out too. So even if you're not wanting to do elimination communication, if your baby's pooing, hold their knees up.
Yeah, it helps
because
big
lying
time.
there with your legs straight and just pooing is like such a not a lovely.
It actually
concept.
releases. People already know this, but it releases the
Gas and
the tendon that actually
your
closes your sphincter.
Yeah.
And the position where that is most relaxed is when your knees are up, and that's why squat pooing is so good. So you're effectively helping them squat poo over a sink.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway,
that builds routine, and you read their cues.
Builds routine, less poo. Obviously, environmentally, there's less nappies. So if you were doing disposable nappies, there'd be less nappies. But also, we use reusables, and then we have to wash less nappies.
Yeah. Okay, good one. Let us know any further questions you have in the comments below. All right. Potential final question before we freestyle a summary.
How are you using... Oh, should I read this out?
Yeah.
How are you...
How are you?
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
How are you using AI to support your parenting without replacing the village? I like this one.
Yes. And I also want to just acknowledge before we jump into that for some people... AI is a big no-no from environmental energy use perspectives, and I acknowledge that. I think it's called a laggard with technology, and when new things come out, I'm often the last one to adopt things, and I've been like that my entire life. But when AI emerged, I consciously decided I wanted to be an early adopter because I'm thinking it's going to be one of the most significant impacts to mankind ever, and I want to be on the ball, and I want it to enhance my life, and boy George, it does.
Do you know what I compare it to?
What?
When the internet came out, there were probably a lot of like eco warriors who were like, the internet takes so much energy to use and storage, and it's so
privacy issues,
environmentally not great. And so there would have been a lot of resistance against it, and now we all use the internet and we go, oh, but we've got to use the internet. It makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Also, I personally, like similar to you, but mainly I've been heavily pregnant and with a baby for these early days of AI.
Yeah.
Of like being aware of AI.
In our lives,
and I
as well.
actually haven't had much time or energy to research AI and to know. So maybe one day I will, and then I'll go completely off it. But to answer the question directly, I ring my dad and ring my mum a lot for parenting questions, so I don't feel like I replace the village. But I use AI as a great admin tool to remember things. Mm-hmm. Even with our birth story, we wanted to remember every moment in our birth story, her birth story, was over the space of like multiple days, and we wanted to remember it. So we put voice messages into AI
as things would happen, upload notes we'd typed out during the day. Plus,
in the early days when I wanted to remember, when her nappy changes were, so I could see how good elimination communication was, and just remember what happens during the night. I'd just talk into it, so I'd have a little night log to show Tim in the morning, or to show my parents.
Then I could come in the next day and go, can you give me a summary of last night?
Yeah.
And it goes, certainly, blah, 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 blah.
And I could just talk to it. And again, in the middle of the night, I could just talk to it and ask questions. She's getting a bit irritated now. Yeah. I could just talk to it and ask questions. And
we don't replace a real doctor, so we ask some medical sort of topics, but we have a lot of nuance with going, well it said that, so we should probably consider it, but we're not just going, well, I'm going to do that blindly. But it's kind of been like an admin enhancing tool, and my new digital best friend. I'm joking. Kind of not.
You're kind of not joking, because I do know that you love it.
Yeah, it helps me with my work a lot. As a dyslexic person, I often find myself speaking into...
She's still hungry.
Speaking into like the voice note side of it, and then entering in multiple of those, and I'm just like, just say okay, so it doesn't try to summarize what I tell it every time. Build up a huge thing and go, okay, can you summarize that back to me to make sure I know you've captured my idea? And then I can activate that from there. Or so I think it's a brilliant tool, and I'm all for it, but I also try not just use it flippantly, because I am conscious of energy use, and it's a issue. But I also don't. This is me, Tim Hall, not Ethically Kate here. I am optimistic that mankind will find a solution to energy creation.
You need to take the wig off to say that if you're going to be Tim.
No, people can understand. And like, if energy creation wasn't such an issue, like if we were all just burning coal to do it, and we had more sustainable ways of doing it, then I would feel almost guiltless about it. Almost. And so, using it within reason, but it's also absolutely the future and a really great tool. And if I'm not on it, I think I'm going to be left behind.
Yeah.
Is my hot take.
Yeah.
Do you have any particular questions on that? Let us know. This is a 2-way conversation. 3-way conversation?
I wish I didn't remove the pregnancy pillow. I mean, the breastfeeding pillow. We're going to wrap this up.
So this is the end of this second episode. Thank you.
With the hopes that you would pick it up.
It wasn't as dramatic of a throw on the floor, I was hoping. We still have a bunch of questions. If you want your questions in the copper pot, submit them in the comments or DM us, probably in the comments, that would be better. And we will add them to it and have unfiltered, honest reactions to your questions. Do you have any sign-off thoughts? We haven't actually talked about a lot of other things that we were thinking of talking about.
I'm tired. I want some lunch.
On that note, we will save topics like the future of Ethically Kate and the 5 new pillars that I want to explore and add, and our urban homestead project that we're going to kick off in December, January this coming year, because we're moving back home to our house. We have a lot on the go. We're coming off a significant life speed wobble, but we're slowly finding our feet. We love our community. We're thankful that you've been so patient with us as we've not been able to produce as much content.
Oh, can I say one thing?
Yeah, no.
Yes. I am just on the moment of like gratitude and thankfulness. I did a little story about how like it's just weird finding my identity as a mum, and how it feels like I want to burn all my clothes and be a new person, but there's already a lot of change in my life. So do I like change up what things I was doing and not do the things I was doing before her? Or, like just kind of talking about that. And I had some amazing replies, and I especially valued the replies from people who have gone through this and people who are older than me. And just like their take on it, and how even some of them, your kids have moved out, and it's just like, it was just beautiful to hear.
There's a lot of settled wisdom.
We've all been through this, and yes, do you say settled wisdom?
There's a lot of settled wisdom.
I love that. It's exactly it, and I appreciated that a lot. I'm not sure I don't get to reply to everyone's messages, but when I see a Patreon name come up, I like try to read it immediately because I know it will be good.
Yeah.
Because they're good, very wise people. Do you know what we should do?
Oh, what?
Get them on the podcast someday.
Patreon
members.
Yeah.
We could even like zoom in and do a little Patreon. Okay. I need to go have some food and stuff, but that's my last little thought.
But for now, we're thanking you for your support, your engagement, your forthcomingness.
Some clever cookies.
And we really want you to keep doing that, please. And also in this format, because we would like to, even though you can't be most likely in the room with us, we'd like to answer your questions and almost have a dialogue with you.
Yeah.
Because this is the community. You are the heartbeat. And I don't know if you feel that, but I've been really trying to give like exclusive discounts for you guys, show my gratitude and keep you
You're better Ethically Kate than I am.
I know, but I feel guilty that I'm also not living up to my hopes for this community.
You're doing really good.
Well, actually, they need to say that, not you.
But I'm pretty sure they say that.
Well, can you give us more
can
feedback
you
on
me
more feedback on what you'd like from this community, or any subgroups? Because we're thinking about creating like a business hub where if you own a business, we can might create a Facebook group that's all like, and we do like consulting and mates rates and.
Do you know what this is?
What's this?
A Gumbrel goodbye.
which means it's like Return of the King, Lord of the Rings,
Then
where the
we've said
final
we're signing off, and then we've said
false
10
endings,
minutes
false
of
ending,
stuff.
false endings.
Okay, ka kite.
Bye, people.
I don't want to kiss you when you're just like me.
Fair. Okay, bye.